Welcome back to Sporting Chance. First, a reminder of the state of play, and in the last round, round 4, Throckley Bank Top just opened up a bit of a lead, 31 points, but Neville Dene Cricket Club right behind them, they've got 26. Play resumes now with our test of local knowledge, because in round 5, all the questions are about sport in the northeast, and we're back on the buzzers again here, so stand by. Which Gosforth forward toured Australia and New Zealand with the 1966 British Lions? Rob Brewis.
Ray McLaughlin.
Correct, 2 points. When Durham beat Derbyshire in the 1985 NatWest Trophy, who was man of the match? Brian Coftree.
Brian Lander.
It wasn't. Bob Brewis?
Wilkinson.
No, it wasn't. It was Steve Greensword. How many times have Newcastle United won the First Division title? Tom Hutchinson.
4 times.
4, correct. 05, 07, 1909 and 1927. Let's vary the questioning now by showing the teams another clip of sporting action. Let's see if they remember this. Exciting finish to the 85 Benson Hedges Gold Cup at York. Name the winning horse. Brian Coftree.
Comanche Run.
Comanche Run, ridden by Lester Piggott. 2 points there to Neville Dene. Which horse won the first Benson Hedges in 72? John Doyle.
Roberto.
Roberto, correct. 2 points. Picture coming up for you to look at now. Can you name this former Middlesbrough footballer? John Doyle.
Ray Hankin.
Ray Hankin, that's well spotted. Signed from Vancouver Whitecaps for £80,000 back in September 82. Name the 2 years in which Sunderland won the FA Cup. John Doyle again.
37 and 73.
Good answer as well. 2 points. Newcastle have appeared in a record 11 FA Cup finals, a record they share with which other club? Trevor Sharkey.
West Bromwich Albion.
No, it's not. Throckley, can you take it? Tom Hutchinson?
Blackburn.
No, it was Arsenal. So that's the local round finished with. Let's see if the scoreboard has changed dramatically, and certainly Throckley have been working on their local knowledge. They've got 41 points. Neville Dene trailed back a little bit. They've got 28. Plenty more points still to be won, though. We're up to round 6. Here we turn back the clock by showing each team a famous moment drawn from our sporting archives. What the teams have to do is put the event in its exact place in time by giving us the year when it happened. Then more questions follow about that year. It's another round where speed on the buzzer counts, but I will need more information than just the year, so wait for the question. Stand by to name the year when this took place. Try the scorer and the year, John Doyle.
Hancock, 1965.
Absolutely correct. 2 points there. Andy Hancock for England in the dying seconds of the 1965 Calcutta Cup game against Scotland at Twickenham. It tied the game 3-3. That's one of those famous tries in English rugby history. Whose pass set Hancock off on that 85-yard run? Who passed him the ball? Bob Brewis.
Weston.
It was Mike Weston of Durham City. So 1965 we've established is the year. 3 more questions now on 65. Who were Wimbledon's men's doubles champions for the first time? John Doyle?
Emerson and Story.
No, it wasn't. Brian Coftree?
Newcombe and Roach.
Newcombe and Roach, 2 good points there. They won 5 times in all. Who scored both goals in the European Cup Winners' Cup final? 1965. John Doyle.
Alan Seeley.
Alan Seeley had to work out first. It was West Ham beating TSV Munich 2-0 at Wembley. Third one now. Who retained his national cross-country title? Bob Brewis.
Mel Batty.
Mel Batty, the great Mel Batty, straight in there with 2 points. So let's have a look at the scoreboard now. And 6 rounds gone. It's 30 points to Neville Dene and 49 points now to Throckley Bank Top. Well, now we've reached perhaps the hardest round in the whole quiz, at least for 2 brave volunteers it is, because it's the Supersport round, where each team is represented by an expert who has to answer as many questions as he possibly can in 1 minute. 60 seconds, I can assure you, can seem more like an eternity here. First to face is Brian Coftree for Neville Dene Cricket Club. Good luck to you, Brian. Your time starts now. Cricket, the 1948 Australians scored a record 720 runs in a day. Against which county?
Essex.
Correct. The first men's Olympic figure skating champion in 1908 now lends his name to an ice skating movement. Name him.
Salcor.
Correct. Who is the youngest person to have played table tennis for England?
Neil.
No, Anne Hayden. Golf. Who captained Britain's winning Ryder Cup team at Lindrick in 1957?
Brown.
No, Di Reese. Which athlete holds the longest standing world record for the track?
Lee Evans.
Correct. What place in the record books do the racehorses Formosa and Scepter hold?
Won 4 classics.
That's right. In 1981, a Dutchman was voted Player of the Year by the Football Writers Association. Name him.
Tyson.
Correct. Name the only bowler to take 300 wickets in a first-class cricket season.
Freeman.
Correct. Who is the only Briton to have won Olympic weightlifting medals at successive games?
Louis Martin.
Correct. Rugby. Which Lancashire policeman made his England debut last year?
Wade Dooley.
Correct. Tennis was a demonstration sport in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. Who won the men's singles?
Edberg.
Correct. Football. What year saw the abolition of the maximum wage?
1963.
No, you're just a couple of years out. 1961. 9 points there for Brian Coftree. An excellent round on his Sporting Chance debut as well. Well done to Brian. And certainly now that Throckley have to respond, their Supersport is the experienced Bob Brewis. It's your turn under the spotlight now, Bob. Good luck. You also have 1 minute starting from now. Who was the first boxer from a communist country to win a world professional title?
Paulo.
Correct. How long is the boat race course?
4 mile.
No, 4.25. With which team did James Hunt finish his motor racing career?
McLaren.
Wolf. When Britain won the team gold in the modern pentathlon at the 76 Olympics, who was the highest placed individual in fourth?
Nightingale.
No, Jim Fox. With 36 wins and 74 tests, he's the most successful captain in cricket history. Name him.
Lloyd.
Correct. Winner of the Olympic women's high jump in 1972, she struck gold again 12 years later in Los Angeles. Who is she?
Farf.
Correct. Which northern trained horse led the all-time National Hunt prize money list at the end of the 84-85 season?
Silverbuck.
Correct. Who were the first winners of the Milk Cup?
Nottingham Forest.
No, it was Liverpool. Who carried the flag for Great Britain at the 1984 Summer Olympics?
Pass.
Lucinda Green. Name the oldest living former Wimbledon men's single champion.
Searchas.
No, Jean Barotra. Which 71-year-old golfer aced the postage stamp in the 1973
Gene
Open
Saracen.
Yes, it was Gene Saracen. Great Gene Saracen. And that brings it up to 5 points for Bob Brewis there. And the Supersports have really been working for their points. Let's see how they've affected the overall team position. And it's 39 points to Neville Dene now, and 54 points to Throckley banked off. Well, 8th and final round coming up now. We go back to those quick-fire questions. 2 points still for a correct answer, but a wrong answer at this stage will give a penalty point to the other side. Which 2 English batsmen scored double centuries in the same innings against India in Bob Brewis?
Fowler and Gatton.
Correct, 94-85. Which former British Open golf champion had the Christian names Arthur Darcy? Bob Brewis.
Locke.
Bobby Locke. Which English racecourse is known as a town moor course? John Doyle.
Doncaster.
Correct. Who was the last Briton before Barry Sheen to win the World 500cc title? Bob Brewis.
Reed.
Phil Reed in 74. Which club won the Rugby League Championship in 58-59, establishing a record 1,005 points in one season? Anyone? No, it was St Helens. For how many days was Brian Clough in charge at Elland Road? Brian Coftree.
44.
44, correct. Who in 1977 became the first person to reach the semi-finals of the men's singles at Wimbledon after having to play through the qualifying competition? Bob Brewis.
McEnroe.
John McEnroe, correct. Who did Welshman Cliff Wilson beat in the 78 final of the World Amateur Snooker Championship? No, it was Joe Johnson, the 86 world champion. American football, who in 1985 established an AFC final record with 421 yards of passing and 4 touchdowns? Bob Brewis.
Mac Mahone.
No, it wasn't. Penalty to Neville Dene. Take it, Trevor Southey.
Walter Pitt.
No, it was Dan Marino, Miami Dolphins. What sport contests the Burnham Icicle? No, it's yachting. Which city staged the inaugural European Athletics Championships in 1934? Bob Brewis.
Turin.
Correct, 2 points. After making his first successful defence of the world heavyweight title against Sonny Liston, who did Muhammad Ali next defend his title against? No, it was Floyd Patterson. The ref stopped the fight in the 12th. On which ground was the very first Test match played in 1877? Tom Hutchinson.
Melbourne.
The Melbourne Cricket Ground, correct. Which member of the 85 European team was making his Ryder Cup debut? Bob
Calero.
Brewis.
Calero.
No, it wasn't. Penalty to Neville Dene. Anyone take it? Trevor Southey?
Rivero.
Correct. Jose Rivera of Spain. What was Red Rum's last race? Brian Coftree?
Greenall Whitley.
I'll give you that. Yes, the Greenall Whitley Breweries chase in 1978. 2 points. On which British track can Druids be found? Bob Brewis.
Brands Hatch.
Correct. 2 points. In 1983, which county appeared in their 11th Rugby County Championship final in 14 years? Bob Brewis again.
Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire, correct. Who finished second to Everton in the Football League in 84-85? Brian Coftree?
Liverpool.
Correct. In 1973, which tennis player ranked 5th in the world at the time was suspended for 12 months and fined $25,000? Bob Brewis.
Nicky Pillage.
It wasn't. A penalty to Neville Dene for taking illegal payments. Can you end on a scoring note? Anyone going to come in? No, it was Guillermo Vilas. But that is the end of the competition. I think that last question was probably academic. Let's check on the scoreboard. It's been a very high-scoring game. Neville Dene Cricket Club have got 50 points, but Throckley bank top. The 84 champions are through. They've got 72. So it's the experienced team that go through, but what an impressive debut by Neville Dene. Brian Coftree doing brilliantly in the Supersport round, but it was the final strength on the old buzzers that saw Throckley through in that final round. 72, another excellent score by them. Well, now it's time for all our viewers to get among the winners, because we've got £200 worth of sports equipment as the prize when you're playing in our Star Search competition. This week, we're back with football again, as you have to come up with the name of another top sportsman. Here we have one of the great goal scorers finding the net again. Can you tell me, who is he? Don't forget, keep a note of that name, along with the previous sports stars we've shown you, and next week we'll recap on the competition so far, just in case you've missed one or two. Next week will also be the last of our first round matches. The two teams are Camden Cricket Club, who are joined by one of the North's most respected jockeys, Edward Hyde, and Redcar Albion, whose guest is Teesside's top international cyclist, Paul Curran. Certain to be another hard-fought contest, so make sure you join us again at the same time next Friday for another sporting chance. See you then, I hope. Goodbye.